Hello, today I'm going to help you replace a Mixet valve. You can see I've got a crack in the plastic water pressure part of the handle. So I've already loosened the screw, but that will come out first. Then this is the dial that controls the water flow, and then the temperature dial slides right off. Next we're going to remove the trim piece, and most of them are going to have a little screw at the bottom that you'll have to loosen. This was a Phillips head, sometimes that's an Allen wrench screw. And you're left with your old cartridge. You want to turn off your water before removing the cartridge, otherwise it will come pouring on out. When you've got your main water shut off, you'll use a pair of channel locks here on this nut to remove it. I've already loosened it quite a bit and can now get it by hand. There is the cartridge, and it should there you have it, the old cartridge. Now we'll move on to the new cartridge. This is a Mixet product. I've got the new cartridge here, and you'll see a red mark on one side. That needs to point up. That just slides right in. And again, you may need to use your old piece here to push and twist it. What you're going for is you want this brass washer that comes on the cartridge to contact your brass pipe. Next, we have some washers here, 2 brass, and then a nylon washer, and then the second brass washer. And our came with this new nut. There's probably a better name for what that's called. Stem retainer nut. And you're going to twist that on by hand until it gets tight. And then move on to your channel locks. These cartridges come in the on position, and so you want to use a pair of pliers to twist this brass part to the right till it stops. That means it's off. Turn some water on down below and confirm that you don't have any drips on your cartridge area or back there by the valve. Things look pretty good, so we'll shut it back off. I'm going to put the trim piece on, and I'll tighten it later. Next, the temperature control, the new one. You'll notice there's this little bump on this plastic piece, and that sits in this dimple in the plastic there on the front of this cartridge. I'll tighten that down in a moment, and then the new pressure control handle will go on, and it has a little screw going in the front. With the last screw tightened, get ready to test it out. On. Temperature. Here is something a little weird that I had to deal with. Normally, you want to put the red side of the cartridge up, which I did, but then the hot and cold were backwards. So I took the handle set back off and rotated it clockwise a half turn so that the red side's on the bottom. And now, when I test it, turn the water back on, and hot's going to be this side. So if I do a quarter turn, I'm getting hot water down below, which is the way you want it to be. Not sure if I did something wrong. I followed directions, but nonetheless, this is something you might have to do yourself, is flip the orientation of the cartridge in order to get the hot and cold on the right side. And one last thing is, when I was looking into a replacement handle, I wanted something like is here on the back of the box with a longer temperature control handle instead of these shorter ones. But the ones with the longer handle design don't really fit on this. It sticks out a little too far, so I believe those are for the pre-1968 Mixet valves. I could be wrong, but nonetheless, I bought one and tried it and it didn't look right, so I'm going back to the plastic one. All the handles are back on and everything seems to work well. Getting hot water when I turn it left. Good luck with you as you make this repair yourself.